Let's go, girls.
I'm Charlotte Beers, and I have had 4 very poorly planned retirements. I started at Uncle Ben's Rice. I went to J. Walter Thompson Advertising and found the work I loved the most. I moved from Thompson to Ogilvy with a stop along the way to a smaller agency where I practiced being CEO and became chairman and CEO of Ogilvy, Mayor in New York City, a worldwide assignment. And then after I retired from that, I took 2 years as chairman of Thompson again. And if you're not asleep yet, I will tell you that I became Undersecretary of State after Thompson and had the pleasure of working for Cohen-Farrell. Well, I think the book I wrote, I'd Rather Be in Charge, tries to answer that question that I was asked so often when I was on the road making speeches, and it is that people would say, how did you do it? But what they really needed to know was, how can they do it? So I don't think it's my qualities that matter. I think the reason I wrote the book is I show you how I discovered what was most true of me, what was most real of me, and then I became unafraid to express that and to use it at work. So I don't think I'm unique. I just think I did do that self-inventory, and I'm hoping other people will take that on too. So once you have clarity about not your strengths and weaknesses, but something deeper, who you are, who you really are, then you have to learn how to communicate. That's another ballgame. Well, I think the reason I came is because I think celebrating women and their progress is very important. And here are a group of women who affect the reputation and the way people accept certain causes, key issues. In some parts of PR, it's products and services, and some it's issues and causes, and they serve amazing work to point out problems and opportunities. So they're already in the front lines of communication. So I'm very anxious to help women who do that kind of work, because I think it can be sea changing. Well, the progress answer is not enough, because we got kind of frozen in mid-management. And so part of what I'm working with, my personal mission, is to get women past that threshold. And it's partly self-afflicted, but there are a lot of circumstances that they can change around them. You don't have to wait for companies to change because they're slow, or men to get more open-minded because they've got to worry about their own careers. So there is this quality in women that means they can be self-transforming, and I like that idea a lot. I think you have to treat everyone as though you're named in their will, because every single person you meet will come around again. I think they should remember what happened to me. Every boss I had ended up reporting to me. So don't treat them as though they're too important. And third, never stay in your job assignment. Go out of it in the sense that every day you go find out what somebody else is doing. You volunteer for something, you explore. I got my biggest job offer because I was so nosy. I'd go to the rice mill, I'd go to the cafeteria, I'd have lunch with different people. I didn't stay in my job, I didn't stay in my clique. And I think, especially when you're young, you need to explore out as far as you can. Volunteer for everything. Well, the thing that these 3 women had in common that really fascinated me, and I don't see that in some awards, is they had a very powerful sense of giving back. And it was impressive. Every day when they set about to make a fair profit and to do their work, they're also interested and motivated by things larger than that. And I think they're kind of the model of the future, where you can both accomplish something for something larger than yourself. And I also think that the three of them reflected a very powerful family orientation. I don't think that's true of all of us, and I don't think it has to be. But I think if you're juggling all three of those issues, trying to do better than just the assignment, trying to make a very good return for your own company, and trying to keep a place in your family, that's what I call powerful women.